أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وأنصاره وتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين آمين. I seek refuge of Allah from shaitan the accursed. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praise be to Allah, the Lord of the world. May the peace and blessings of Allah be on the Prophet Muhammad, his household, his companions, and those who follow his right footprints to the day of accountability. Ameen. I welcome you by saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we'll be looking at Al-Hamzah. Al-Hamzah. Indeed, we have two Hamzahs. We have Hamzatul Qot'I and we have Hamzatul Wasli. And this is Hamzatul Qot'I. Why this is Hamzatul Wasli? There are major two Hamzahs and each of them function in different ways. The first Hamzah is called Hamzatul Qot'I. This can be described as a half cut of upper ain. The English equivalent of Hamzatul Qot'I are called radical Hamzah and disjunctive Hamzah. Note well, it is a must to pronounce this Hamzatul Qot'I in any part of the sentence in Arabic language. This type of Hamzah can be found in many places in the sentence. So, let's look at examples. So, this is Hamzatul Qot'I. And we say, anywhere you see it, you must pronounce it. It is called radical Hamzah. Sometimes they call it glottal Hamzah because it has a glottal sound. This is Alif Hamzah. Alif Hamzah. And you can see it here. Wherever you see it, you must pronounce it. And this is another example. Hamzah beneath Alif. This one is Hamzah on top of Alif. Why this is Hamzah beneath Alif? And this is another example. Hamzah sitting on Waw. So any sign, that is any vowel sign that you find on it, pronounce it. And this is Hamzah sitting on its own, Hamzah in isolation. Look at Hamzah and look at where it's sitting. And come and look at Hamzah here again. So it is important to pronounce Hamzatul Qot'I anywhere you see it. And that is for Hamzatul Qot'I. Let's quickly look at Hamzatul Wasli. That one is a bit technical, and please pay attention. The other Hamzah is called Hamzatul Wasli. This is described as half cut of upper sword. You know, when we write sword and you cut the upper one. So, and this is an example of it. This is how it looks like. It's always on, it sits on Alif. You cannot find this type of Hamzah anywhere except on top of Alif. And we call it Hamzatul Wasli. Mostly be seen at the beginning of every proper noun. And it is followed by lam except in rare cases. Please take note that Hamzatul Wasli is permanently sitting on Alif. I've said it before. Hamzatul Wasli take a permanent seat on Alif. The English equivalent name of it are conjunctive Hamzah, connected Hamzah, linked Hamzah, and Hamzah of assimilation. Those are the names. And how does it work? For instance, when we say Beit, Beit means an house. And when you say Al-Beit, it means the house. This one is a proper noun, and to make Beit, to make house a proper noun in Arabic, we must add Al to it. That is Alif and Lam. And the type of Alif and Lam is going to be Hamzatul Wasli plus Lam. The Lam may have sukun on it or not. It depends. Sometimes it may be this Hamzatul Wasli with lam, and the lam may have sukun on it or it may not have. The reason why it will have sukun on it is if it is huruful qamariya, that is the moon letters, it will have sukun on it. And if it is the sun letters, huruful shamsiyah, it will not have sukun on it. Then the next letter will take shadda. But what we want to prove here is that Hamzah al-Wasli, it is an Hamzah that precedes any proper noun in conjunction with lam. They both work together. Hamzah al-Wasli works with lam mostly. Then we may find rare case. And the rare case is when Hamzah al-Wasli is used for command, as we have in Ikra, Ihidina. We will employ Hamzah al-Wasli here and Hamzah al-Wasli here. So, and another thing I want to take note of is that Hamzah al-Wasli, the reason why we call it Hamzah of assimilation is that if any word precedes it, note that Hamzah al-Wasli is pronounced as a or as the case may be. For instance, here it is pronounced as e. Likewise here, particularly when it is used for command. And sometimes it may be u. It depends on the context. But what we want to prove here is that it is pronounced as a if nothing precedes it. For instance, this is what it starts the sentence. It will be al-qalam. If this word starts any sentence, it will be what? Al-baytu. But once something or any other thing precedes it, it will change the pronunciation. And what it will change there is that we will now what? Assimilate this Hamzah al-Wasli. Then we pronounce what is coming plus what is after Hamzah al-Wasli. Please take note. Let me give an example here. Here we have al-bayt, and we pronounce this Hamzah as a. Fine. And here we have fi, then we have al-bayt. Instead of saying fi al-bayt, we won't pronounce that. We will assimilate this Hamzah. We will now say what? Fil bayt. As time goes on, you will get it. Inshallah, by the time we'll be talking about Hamzah al-Wasli in another lesson, we'll still talk about it. So you will get it very well. I pray may Allah make this lesson an easy one for you and crown all our efforts for success. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.